Hello, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's rant is going to be about stay single, it's called, because people always tell you to stay single, dating's not worth it. The market is flooded when it comes to, dating and how dating apps suck. It's less stress if you're single and, you don't have to put up with someone else so they don't want to work and how it's, it's just less stress and everything like people say. But then you talk to someone else and they'll completely have a different perspective on the issue. They'll talk about how being single sucks. They hate being single. It's lonely. They wish they could find someone to spend the rest of their life with. They just want someone to date. They want companionship. They want someone with them, and how being single is so agonizing and they hate waking up every day alone. So people will tell you certain things, but then you have to look at both sides of it because, it's not just a fact to stay single, because everyone's situation is different, everyone has a different period of their life that they're in, not everyone's situation's the same. So for someone to stay single, they may want to stay single because of their life circumstances, but you may be looking for a relationship because, your life circumstances are different than what theirs are. So when we say things like that, stay single, we're putting our life circumstances on somebody else and we're putting our mindset on somebody else when that other person may have a completely different mindset of how they look at relationships and stuff like that. And, there are periods of your life where I do believe that you want to stay single, especially if you are dating and you've had relationships. I think it's pretty obvious that a lot of people are going to have that period in their life, when they do not want to date. They're happy with being single and just, doing their own thing and stuff like that. But, yeah, eventually people come around and they do want to date again. And, that's up to them. I just don't understand why people stay single, stay single. Like, I understand that they, may have had some trouble with dating and stuff like that. But again, you don't know other people's circumstances of their life. You don't know their mindset or anything like that, or, the circumstances, like I've said. So to try to push that on to other people, telling them that they should stay single, again, you're taking your experiences and you're taking your situation and you're trying to apply that to somebody else. And, they may not see it that way. And, that's the main thing in the video I'm trying to explain, is that everyone's situation's different, like I've said before. So, there's some people that, are hopeless romantics. They're always looking for someone to love. They're always looking for someone to date. There are people that are codependent. They have codependency. They always need someone to date. They need someone to love them. They need someone to be with, or they can't function unless they have a relationship. Try telling someone who's codependent that they need to stay single and see how that works out for you. It's just, it's not going to go good, because these people will think you're crazy because, they have a different mindset when it comes to that. And I've talked about relationships before on this channel and on this series. It's not really a series. That's why I kind of dropped it. If you actually listen to my intros, I used to say, hello, thank you for listening to the Moore's October Rants series. But then I dropped off the series part because it's not really a series, because the whole channel is based off of ranting. The whole channel is about ranting. It's not a series. So I stopped saying that. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I have talked about relationships on this channel before, and I've talked about different aspects of relationships, and everyone does seem to look at relationships differently. You talk to one person about a relationship and they could be into like open marriages and open relationships and having multiple partners at a time, and everyone involved agrees and they do that, polyamory or whatever. And then you talk to another person, and they're just into monogamy. They want to be with just one person. Say they're religious. They just want to be with one person. They want to get married, have kids, like the usual stuff. And, so no two people look at it the same. Same thing when it comes to people who want to stay single versus people that want to, date. Everyone has their own path, and what works for you may not work for someone else when it comes to that. So, I've kind of said this stuff before, but I just think it's something that people just need to understand because, it should be common sense, but people don't seem to understand that, But anyways, I don't want to keep repeating the same things. I'm pretty sure everyone gets the point that I'm trying to make. So I'm going to end this episode here, and I'm going to do some other things, because that's one of the things that people have told me that I'm trying to do is, they say that the episodes get too long, so I'm trying not to make them overly long. So, yeah, I'm just trying to experiment with shorter episodes, and it seems to be working. So, anyways, again, thank you for listening to this episode of the Morris October Rants. Signing out. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.